I thought it was just a weird dream the first time I saw it, an old brick school glowing like a beacon in the middle of nowhere. But when I saw it again the next night, I realized it was waiting for me. It's not glamorous, but the roads are empty, and I like the quiet. I've been doing overnight deliveries for about 5 years now. Mostly warehouse to warehouse runs between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. There is this one shortcut I take almost every night through an industrial area outside of town, just a long stretch of cracked pavement, surrounded by abandoned factories and fenced-in lots. At first, I thought it was just construction lighting something new being built. But as I got closer, I saw it clearly, a fully intact school. Every window glowed softly, like there were lights on inside. I even saw what looked like posters on the walls through the front door's glass panes. The same cracked road, the same empty warehouses, except now there was a school. The American flag was raised on the pole, perfectly still despite the windless night. Nothing out there. Long nights can mess with your head, especially when you're alone. So the next night, I took the same route again. I even kept my phone camera ready. No homes, no stores, no schools. Just concrete, dead grass, and rusting metal. One night, maybe around 2 a.m., I was taking my usual route when I noticed something strange up ahead. I'd driven that road nearly every night for years, and there had never been a school there. As I drove by, I could have sworn I saw a figure standing just inside the front entrance, half shaded, like it was watching me through the glass. It wasn't moving, just there. I figured I must have taken a wrong turn somehow. Maybe I was on the wrong road. The building was in the frame, kind of, but it looked off. The angles were wrong. The lights didn't show up. No figure. Just distortion and static, like a glitch. It was an old brick building with tall windows, a flagpole, and a large wooden sign out front that read Harlan Oak School. He looked confused and said there was no school out there. Every night, it was the same. The school was there. Never a car, never a person, just the glowing windows, and that unnatural stillness. I pulled up the satellite view on my phone, and sure enough, there was nothing. Just that same empty lot I remembered. Maybe walk up to the sign, look through the front door. Just enough to prove to myself it was real. I slowed down and just stared. The air didn't feel right, either. It was too heavy. Halfway down the hall now. Still not moving. Still staring. Too quiet. No insects, no wind. Just the distant hum of the building's lights. I fumbled for my keys. The air felt like it was pressing against me, squeezing the breath from my lungs. The place was lit up, but completely still. No movement, no sound. But when I checked my GPS, I was exactly where I thought I was. A mechanical click, followed by the soft creak of a door beginning to swing open. Lockers lined the hallway. There were papers on a bulletin board. A clock ticked loudly above the main office door. But what made me freeze wasn't the decor. The dash lit up. The streetlight flickered back to life. His face was hard to make out, but I saw his clothes, a pale uniform shirt, high socks, and what looked like old-fashioned school shoes. He looked like a kid from the 1950s. I drove past slowly, kind of expecting to see cars in the lot, or maybe a janitor inside. But there was nothing. Not a single vehicle. It gave me the creeps. I didn't stop, but sometimes I still dream about it. The lights, the silence, the boy in the hallway. The next morning, I mentioned it to a co-worker. I thought maybe I'd imagined it. And there it was, same school, same warm lights, same empty parking lot. But this time, something was different. I snapped a photo, but when I looked at it later, the image was blurry. That was when I stopped telling people about it. No one was going to believe me anyway. But I couldn't stop going that way. It was habit. And, if I'm being honest, I was curious. Until the 5th night. That night, I pulled over. I told myself I'd just get out for a second. The air was colder near the building. Not normal night chill, dead cold. Like stepping into a freezer. I approached the entrance and looked through the glass. Inside, the school was clean, immaculate, even. It was the boy. He was standing at the end of the hallway, maybe 40 feet back, facing me. He didn't move. And then, the lights flickered, not just inside. The street light above me went out. My truck's dash lights dimmed. My phone screen went black. When I looked back at the door, the boy was closer. I backed up slowly, heart pounding, trying to get to my truck without turning my back. Then the entrance door clicked, not opened, unlocked. I heard it. That was it. I ran. I didn't look back. When I got in the truck, the headlights came back on by themselves. And the school, gone. Just an overgrown, empty lot with a rusted chain link fence. I've never taken that route again. Even changed jobs to get off the night shift. And the worst part, last week, I got a notification on my phone. It was an airdrop request from a device named Harlan Oak's faculty iPad. The file. A blurry photo of me standing outside that school door.